The Dogscape. That's what we called it. Us humans that banded together, I mean. We sit around campfires and cook the whelps we collect from the dog trees. The only flammable material we have is the acrid fur that grows everywhere, and it offends all senses. But soon the meal is prepared. The only food sources for miles are the dog trees and the mother mounds. Still, some are foolish enough to dig for meat. And although the reward is great, many never return, for the dog flesh regrows above them, trapping them inside its moist ground. Primitive tools are forged from bones and leather, such as shovels and knives and clothes. I have lived here for as long as I can remember. There are faint shimmers of a time before the dog flesh. But what use is there dwelling on the past when it cannot fill our stomachs in the present? I am our tribe's scribe. My name is Doc. I used to have a real name, but it escapes my memory. I record all of our findings and knowledge in my leather pages, using dog blood as my ink. There were times where there were more of us. The tribe started with as many as 60 people. Now our numbers are as few as 20. Our leader is a man named Keith. He instructs us to find food and to build shelter and bring fire. He abuses his power, taking 5 wives and eating far more than his share of the food. But those who speak against him meet death in the night. It is a hellish existence, but there is no other choice. Without guidance, we will die out here, so we must remain under his leadership. It has been 2 days since my last writing. I am lucky that Keith cannot read, for if he had seen my statements about him, I would be dead. Yesterday, one of our tribe members, Cot, was killed by accidentally stepping into one of the many open dog mouths around camp. His screams of pains chewed forced me to crush his skull in with a shovel, killing him instantly. That bastard Keith claimed Cot's food ration as his own. I can sense the others are beginning to tire of Keith's position and power as well. No one spoke a word at that night's feast. I will not sleep well tonight, hearing Cot's screams in my waking nightmares. I now fear for my life. Feck was killed in front of all of us by Keith today. He refused to continue digging for meat, so the monster beat him to death with his bare hands as a sign that he would not tolerate a refusal to work. I cannot stand for this much longer. Feck was not even an adult. He could not have been more than 17 human years. This brings our numbers down to 18. There is Keith, his 5 wives, myself, and the remaining 11 diggers and gatherers. The others whisper to me in secret that I should be the leader instead. I guess they think I have all the answers since I am a scribe. Only time will tell. I was awoken at the crack of dawn by one of the diggers, Gar specifically. He told me that tonight would be the night. The others had a plan. They want me to announce that I am the new leader during the feast. And when he is distracted with rage, they intend to kill him from behind. I tell Gar that I accept his plan, and I will assist them tonight. What have I gotten myself into? Damn them all. I told Keith I planned to replace him, and he arose filled with rage. I waited for the blow to strike him, but it never hit Keith. Instead, it hit me. Gar was Keith's spy all along. They dragged me far away from the gardens and tied me to a barren dog tree. He said that a quick death would not befit me, and I would waste away under the deathly sun. I could just barely reach my journal from here. I suppose this is where I'll meet my end. When the sun was highest in the sky, the heat became unbearable, and I saw figures on the horizon. However, they were not human. They were the hounds that came to eat what the humans left behind. I thought for a moment they were going to eat me. Instead, they went for the blood-soaked meat ropes that held me in place, and I was free. I kneeled down to meet the hounds and looked deep into their eyes. I told them where I knew a place that I could fill their bellies to the brim. They barked once in what I assumed was confirmation. I stood up and we set off to feast. When we finally reached the settlement, it was amidst their feast. I approached death in my gaze. Keith was shocked and angry. The diggers and gatherers were quick to his defense. I guess he bribed them. I whistled and the hounds slinked through the fur to my side. We struck like a lightning bolt. My fist smashed into Keith's face just as my hounds pounced upon his closest guards. Though I was physically weak, I was quite fast. I stole a shovel and quickly buried it into Keith's bloat while he was disoriented. The smell was sickening, as much as I expected from a man like him. The hounds made quick work of the rest. I helped, of course. None was spared. I made sure I had my vengeance upon Gar. The hounds were quite full by the end. I took my time and buried each corpse, or what was left of them. I leave this book upon their graves in the hopes that someone who can understand it will find it. If you do, take heed of these words. The Dogscape knows all, and is strict but fair. She provides justice where justice is due.